This is going to be tonight's tea. This is cheesy lasagna, and I've got it out of this book, the Saturday night specials supplied by Slimming World. Hello and welcome to Wednesday. There's quite a lot of ingredients going on here. So it is a meatless lasagna, so if you're not looking for a veggie one, turn off now. Otherwise continue watching. But to be honest, sometimes it's nice not to have meat, and it is really tasty. And if you do want to add meat, it's easy to add it. You just add it at the beginning and then you just continue adding all your other ingredients, so it's not difficult. It's a no-brainer. So what I need to do is get my oven on at 180, and I need to spray I've got a frying pan, a large frying pan, and I've got a dish. Oh, they've got a lovely dish. I must get a square dish. I need to get a square dish. I've only got oval dishes, but I always do my lasagna in here, and it always works out okay because I do it in the middle. So that's what my lasagna is going to be cooked in. So my ingredients, I have got low-fat cheese, a fresh tomato, a carrot, a pepper. I have taken a bit off for something else, but there's enough there. A leek, some celery, some mushrooms, some cottage cheese, garlic, red onion, tomato passata, some salt and pepper, oregano, mixed herbs, and Lee and Perrin Worcestershire sauce, fry light, balsamic vinegar, some butter beans and some chopped tomatoes, some sweetener and some lasagna sheets, and a red wine stock pot thing. If you haven't got one of these, just use a you can either use a vegetable stock or a beef stock, whatever you got really. Some parsley. That's it. That's your lot. So I have got to fry off the onions, garlic, peppers. So I'm going to chop them up and I'm going to get them in my frying pan, and then I'll come back to you once I'm frying up. Alright. So here we go. I've got leek, red pepper, red onion, carrot and celery in here, which I fry lighted. Fry lighted, does that sound right? I sprayed. And I'm just cooking it off now. So I'm going to add, I've got about, that's a small one, so I'll say 3 nicely sized cloves of garlic, which I'm going to be adding in now. I've just done my meal plan for the week, so I'll show you that if you like, and you can see what we're going to be having for the rest of the week and next week. I've done part of my Tesco's online shop, which is coming tomorrow between 5 and 6, and I've got to finish it off later because they give you so long, don't they? I've done that running away. They give you so long to add stuff to your basket. Right, so that's the garlic. I'll just get rid of this because it's smelly otherwise. Anyway, good girl. Right, so let's give that a little stir around. A little bit of fry light, not spray light. God, I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. Jibber. Jibber jabber. Right. So we have got prawn and noodle salad, crispy spiced chicken, salmon and horseradish burger, citrus chicken with herb couscous, a veggie lasagna, which is what I'm doing tonight, a low-fat carbonara, and a surprise. It's a surprise to me as well because I don't know what I'm doing. But once I do, I'll put it in there. So that's our menu plan for the week. I put it in days, but to be honest with you, we don't need it on those days. God, blooming phone's ringing now. We have these meals, but I choose them to have them on whatever day really that suits us, depending on what we're doing. So yeah, so I'll be back in a minute. I need to answer the phone. So I've just added my tomato and my mushrooms to the rest of the mix, and I'm just going to cook those down a little bit. I've got my oven on 200, and after these have cooked down for a couple of minutes, I'm just going to put the passata and the balsamic vinegar and the sweetener and the oregano in. So I'll come back in a minute. So I'm just going to now add the passata. Yeah, I'm putting half of this 500 bottle in because I'm going to put in a can of tomatoes. And I don't like it too tomatoey. The recipe does state 700 grams of passata, so 1.5 of these, and I just feel that's... it's just too tomatoey for me, along with a tin of tomatoes. That's plenty for us. I don't want it any tomatoier than that. And I've got a fresh tomato in there as well. God, it's like tomato overload, isn't it? So, that's now in. I bought this at the weekend from Wilko's, and it's got different measurements on it. Now, I need 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. And it just stops you having to use all your teaspoons, your dessert spoons, your blooming... there's millilitres, ounces, tablespoons, teaspoons. I think it's brilliant. So in goes 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. And then you need to add your seasoning. And I'm going to add some butter beans. It asks for lentils in the... in here in the recipe, but I'm not putting lentils in. I'm exchanging that with butter beans, and I'm just going to put in half a can. So you could just buy a small can if you wanted to. You know those little cans you can get. This is a 400 can, so you could just get a 200 can. So I'm just going to put in just over half, so leave in about 1/4 of the tin in there and give that a bit of a stir around. So that's looking like that. I've just got to wipe my hand. I'm covered in butter beans. Right, so I'm going to add some Liam Perrin, just a dash, a splash and a dash. My red wine stock cube, which is not in the recipe, but I do quite like these, or a stock of your choice. And now I'm going to put in some mixed herbs, so just sort of a bit more, a couple of good pinches, and some oregano. Couple of good pinches of that, and then I'm just going to season with some garlic salt and some pepper, and then I need 2 teaspoons of sugar, so I'm just going to sprinkle in a little sprinkle of sugar, and that just helps with the tomato, the acidity. It's not going to make it sweet, but it's just going to counterbalance that acidity from the tomatoes that's in there. So just give that all a little mix because you just put all those herbs and things in there. so they distribute nice and evenly. And then the lasagna sheets that I'm using, these are Tesco's ones, but I like the ones where you don't need to pre-boil them. So these ones, you can just use them straight from the packet. You don't have to worry about boiling them previously. You need to look on the back of the pack, because some of them you have to boil before you can use them, which is a bit of a pain in the butt, quite honest with you. Right, so I'm going to have a little bit of a tidy up, and then we will do the the white sauce that you would normally have, which we're going to be using the cottage cheese for. So I'm just going to move these bits over here, and I'm going to get my NutriBullet. Right, so just going to have a quick read. So you need to put the cottage cheese in a food processor, season it, and whiz it until it's a smooth sauce. So, how much do you need? You need 450 grams. What have I got? I've got 300 here. Right, so I need something to take it out to put it in there with, don't I? Is nothing for you, Mumu? Right, so I'm putting in my first pot. How much did I need? 450. So I'm just going to guess it as that. And then I'm going to put some garlic salt in there. And some pepper. You want to give it a good season. Put your lid on. It's a bit noisy, this. And it doesn't have an on-off switch, only at the wall, so it's a right pain. It frightens you to death. If you've left it on, and as soon as you put this in, it starts up. Frightens you to death. So essentially, that is now your white sauce. I have done this before with cottage cheese, and it is really nice. It's quite surprising. Right, I'll show you. So that's like your bechamel, is that how you say it? White sauce. So it's quite thick. You can see the seasoning in there. So, yeah, there we go. That's that, all done. So, all we've got to do now is assemble our lasagna. So, let's make some room to put it all together. And then it can go in the oven for 35 minutes. Right. Just going to check that I haven't left anything out. Right, okay. No, I haven't. Right, so we're going to do, let's turn this off, give it a bit of a stir around. I will show you it. It does look very pretty, with all the colours, all the red and the butter beans and everything. You smell the oregano. So there we go. That's the, can't really show you very well without tipping it all out the blooming pot. So that's the bolognese part of it. I'm going to use my slotted spoon. And I'm going to put a layer of this on the base of my dish. And then I'm going to start building with my lasagna sheets. You may have to break them to get them to fit in. She loves raw pasta. Come here. Is that nice? Getting the bits that are pinging off. And then you put another layer of the bolognese sauce mix. And another. Now what I tend to do is I put the sheets that way. Now on this one I'm going to put the sheets the other way because I just think it cuts better when you're when it's cooked. Oh lordy. And then I'm going to put another layer. This is going to be my last layer. Okay, then I'm going to put a final layer of pasta sheets on top, like so. Squidge them in a bit, just see if I can get a bit on the end there. That's it. Right, you see all that? Then I'm going to get my sauce and I'm just going to pour it all over the top. How lovely and thick that looks. I need my, here it is. And then just spread it and let it go down the sides. Spread it all over the top. But don't take it off, do you know what I mean? Don't scrape it off. Leave it quite thick on top. Because as it heats up, it will all work its way down. Right. Then on top of that, I'm going to give it a little seasoning of oregano. I'm going to give it a little bit of cheese. Not too much, just a little sprinkle. Doesn't need it, to be honest. Right. Now that is going to go in my hot oven at 200 degrees for 35 minutes. Now my oven bakes really quickly, so I'm going to check it at 25 minutes. I've got a fan assisted oven, so that's why it does really quickly. So I'll check it at 25 minutes and I will come back to you and show you how it's doing. If it needs longer, then obviously I'll pop it in for a little bit longer. When you do finally take it out, you need to let it stand for 5 minutes. It's one of those dishes that needs to sort of settle. If you try and get it out as soon as you get it out of the oven, it'll be quite sloppy. It will really benefit from just having that 5 minutes rest. So a little bit like meat, it likes to have that resting period just for 5 minutes. And honestly, it's so darn hot. Good 5 minutes to cool down is probably slightly. I mean, it's still blooming hot when you eat it anyway, so it's not going to hurt you. Okie dokie, so I'll come back soon. Bye. I just thought I'd give you some facts about this dinner. So, it's half a sin each, and there's enough there for 4 people. And the speed food that's in there, you've got the garlic, the celery, the pepper, fresh tomatoes, the onion, the mushrooms and the leek. That's 7 speed foods in that lasagna. Then you've got the butter beans, which is a protein and a fibre. And then you've got the cottage cheese, which is a protein and a calcium. So you're not doing too bad for this lasagna. I think you're getting some really good nutrients and some really good goodness in one meal. So there you go. So it's got 17 minutes to go. I am going to do a salad with it, so that's even more speed. So yeah, it's a really good speedy dish. Just needs to hurry up and cook and be speedy so I can eat it. Back in a minute. I'm just going to do a little quick tomato, basil and balsamic salad. So I've chopped up some little cherry tomatoes and put those in a bowl. And I've got some basil, which I am going to roll like a cigar. And then I'm just going to chop through until I get to the stalk. There. And then I'm going to add that to my tomato and mix it round. Tomato and basil is just such a lovely combo. It really is lovely. And then I'm just going to pour on some of my balsamic and just let that infuse together. And you'll be amazed at how nice that is. So simple, but tastes so fresh and beautiful. So yeah, give that a try. It's really, really nice. Cheap little salad. So I'm going to start plating up in a minute. So I have chopped up some parsley, only because I had it in the fridge. So I always get herbs and stuff. So if there's any left, then I'll just decorate it because it's a bit potsy. So I've got some parsley, which I've chopped up. I've got my tomatoes and my basil and balsamic. I've got some slaw, homemade slaw that I made last night. So I'm going to have some of that. And I have made a salad. So there's radish, cucumber, spring onion and lettuce leaf. And I've just given it a bit of a pepper and garlic salt sprinkling. So I've got that as well. So I'm just going to plate up a little bit of my slaw. And then some of these lovely tomatoes and the basil. Add a little bit of that balsamic onto it. And then a little bit of salad. Over here. There we go. And then once the lasagna is out, I shall just pop that in the middle. So there we go. So we're pretty much nearly there. We're just waiting for it to finally finish, and then I will just let it stand for 5 minutes, and then I will show you before I cut it what it looks like. So I'll see you soon. I've just got it out the oven, so I thought I'd show you. It's absolutely bubbling hot. Can you see how hot that is? You can probably hear it. So yeah, so I'm going to let that, it's difficult to show you because I can't really see what I'm looking at. I'm going to let that stand and settle for 5 minutes, and then I'm going to slice it up and then get it on the plate. So I'll come back in a minute. Right, so I've just cut myself a slice. Still blooming hot. You can sort of see it. Can you kind of see it? Tip up a bit. There, that's better. And I'm going to gingerly take out my slice. There we go. Onto my plate. I'm just going to get some of this that's left behind. Put that there as well. And there we go. There we have it. A bit of pepper. Get a bit of parsley. Give that a little bit of a, wasn't much of a sprinkle on top. And I'm just going to give that a little bit of pepper on top. And there we go, all finished and ready for me to enjoy. So I've got my salad at the end, my lasagna in the middle, my homemade slaw, and my tomato and basil with balsamic vinegar. And then if I want it on my green salad, I've got myself a fat-free dressing to go on top if I want that as well. So there we go. So that's how you make a meat-free lasagna. If you fancy making this, then either go along with the video that I've done, or you can maybe pick up the book, or you might have the book already, and click and subscribe. And I'm going to enjoy this now. So give it a go. I have had this before and it is very nice. It's really tasty. And it's an alternative to meat, you know. It doesn't have to be meat all the time, you know. It's an alternative. It's a really tasty dish. So yeah, so give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this. It is rather a long video. It's nearly half an hour long, so it's going to take me forever to download because my internet is rubbish. So that'll probably take me about an hour and a half. Honestly, I need fibre optic. Anyway. Enough of that, and I'll see you next time. Bye.